Hello. I don't know if it's working anymore. You cannot see me. You cannot hear me. Can you try reloading? Oops. I think we're back. I think we're back. I think we're back. Are we? Hello? I have no idea what that was. Welcome back. My Wi-Fi just dropped. So sorry. Okay. That was interesting. I was trying to deliver my words and then you hear this room keeps going out too. The ambiance. Something's wrong with my internet. I'm probably gonna raid out after this. Warrior of the Wind in the Discord, am I back? Do you see me? I should be back now. Let me know. Hopefully. I should probably raid out after this. Unfortunately, you're going to, but you thought it might fix itself. Okay, I'm back. Okay. I am. Okay. I don't know how much you missed because I missed a lot too. So, I think that is fine. Right when I saw you say did stream choke, I was already coming to tell you to reload. Welcome back everybody. Sorry. Okay. So, Seth, did you share your story? Or is it in the same document? I can go to the same document. Collection of strange stories. Okay. Seth is named at number 2. Alright. Hey guys for your patience. Sorry about that. It's very annoying what happened. I apologize. We should probably raid out after this because I don't know what's going on with my Wi-Fi. I have to figure something out. Okay. An adventurer named Derek. This is a totally related story by Seth. An adventurer named Derek, who is a younger fighter from the nearby kingdom. Derek comes across an old mine shaft and hears a voice of an old goblin overseer saying, "Hobgoblins, you know why we are here today? We are looking for gold in these mines. But there is one other issue we need to address today. One of you is an enemy of the goblin government trying to lead a betrayal." Derek walks out of his hiding space, hearing the issue. Derek says, "I am a fighter from a local kingdom. I am not an enemy of yours either. Would you be interested in a protector?" The goblin thinks to himself for a moment and responds, "Yes, I guess it is necessary. Follow our miners." Derek follows a group of miners into the gold shafts. The group of hobgoblins are made of 5 younger hobgoblins and 1 older one. Derek sees no one looking suspicious as he stands on guard for multiple hours. Derek then hears a quiet puff of air as if something moved. Derek does not see this, but the readers know that the puff of wind comes from a secret door in the cavern walls. Out of the door appears an older hobgoblin with a shiv and a dagger. Derek notices this hobgoblin and says, "Where are you supposed to be?" The hobgoblin maneuvers and responds in an unfriendly voice, "Right here with my friends. You're not a goblin, and so you should be gone." Now, I believe there should be an ad coming soon. I should be able to finish this before the ad, but if it's an ad, exclamation point ad, so let me know you're in an ad. Derek responds back saying, "I may not be a goblin, but your superior enlisted me as a protector. The hobgoblin responds, "And why should I listen to a goblin?" I think you meant, why should I listen to somebody who's not a goblin? Maybe, I don't know. Derek thinks and tries to bring him out of the caverns, out to the goblin superior. Oh, unless the hobgoblin... Oh, the hobgoblin says, why should I listen to the goblin superior? The hobgoblin rotates and holds out a shiny dagger. Derek brings out his sword, ready for a fight. 2 goblins are seen walking down the cavern at that very moment and arrest the hobgoblin. Later that day, Derek is paid handsomely by the goblin instead of the other way around. Interesting story. Yes, why should I listen to my superior? Colonel says hobgoblins being hobgoblins. So thank you so much again to Seth for that story. We will read mine after the ad break, which should be soon. The other way around, because he would have been stolen from. Interesting. Goblins normally steal and not give. Yeah. So thank you so much to Seth for sharing that story. And I apologize to all of you for those technical difficulties. If there is an ad, exclamation point ads to let me know there's an ad, exclamation point back to let me know that you have returned. I am going to wait because Twitch said they're going to show an ad. And after the ad break, I will share my version of the story. It is quite a lengthy story. I mean, at least it felt a little bit lengthy to me. But yeah, in the meantime, for you supporters, I will say thank you so much for being subscribers, and do know that if you are in my Discord server and you are a subscriber, there's a fun section where you can vote on stuff and talk and chat and stuff and get me to do stuff. Sometimes I do have polls and stuff over there. Not everybody responds to the polls, and that's fine, but if you want to, you can. If you want to start conversation, you can as well. There's a lot of fun stuff there in the sub club for you. In addition, I am going to post some more stuff for my subscribers as well. My temporary dependencies, who are $1 donors. If you would like to join that, feel free to click the link that Kofi Bot puts in the chat, and you get fun stuff all month for summer camp and all kinds of stuff like that as well. So I appreciate all of my supporters. Much love to you all, and I thank you for being awesome and for helping me out, because even no matter how big, no matter how small, everything is very appreciated, and I really do love and appreciate you guys. So we should be back from the ads in about 10 seconds, so I will get ready for my story. So to preface my story is going to be also set in the world of Winsome Horde. Now, I have a story about Quaid, and I don't even know if I posted it anywhere. I feel like I should have posted it somewhere, but I guess maybe I just didn't. But anyways, if you're back from the ads, welcome back. Quaid is an elven dwarf, in the world of Winsome Horde. So we are going to see something based on the prompt. "We never get a break here, do we?" Quaid asked. "Shut up and listen to your orders before you get us in trouble," the goblin near him muttered. Quaid was not used to this tedious mining work. He usually did as he pleased, but he was bored. Plus, disguising himself as a goblin to work in the mines was a perfect plan to get what he wanted. Quaid was short and not too thin. He was mischievous too. He probably did have goblin in him somewhere down the line. Goblins was what this master called the people. They resembled his own kind, only a little more hairy and a lot more green. Perhaps the greenish tint of their skin was from years of working in these mines without a break. What were they even mining? Quaid was certain the goblins didn't know. If they were aware of how powerful Euphane was, they'd have been used? Okay. Probably used it. They'd have been used it and rose up against their cruel master. There was only one of him, and there were hundreds of them. Quaid was sick and tired of slaving away, and he hadn't even been working there for 3 hours yet. He sighed and heaved himself to stand up on the nearest, tallest object he could find, and cleared his throat. My good, kind people, why not have you an ear to hear what I say? Please heed me this day. My words come forth for your own benefit. If thou ignorest me, you... Shut up and get down off of that minecart before the master comes back and sees you! The goblins were less quiet this time. They were as loud as he was. Louder even. They were angry too. I'm only trying to help you, Quaid screamed as they circled in on him. We don't want your help, grunted one of the larger goblins in a gruff and angry voice. We work here for a living. We get paid. You trying to go and ruin that, Bob? Quaid wanted to argue that all the tiny pieces of euphane that currently sat in the cart on which he stood were worth more than a year's worth of pay to these poor miners, but he simply shook his head and stepped down. If they don't want my help, I suppose they'll have to go down with the mine. Sad and all, but perhaps that'll teach them their lesson. Quaid sneered under his breath as he headed back to his post. He thought in his mind how his plan would actually work if he couldn't gather a team to help him. He'd bargained on his quick wit and charm to gain him a lot of followers. He was completely mistaken. These old goblins were tough and set in their ways. The only way to get them unfixed was to knock 'em loose. Quaid kicked the cavern wall, and a chip of euphane tumbled down into his hand. Just then, he had an idea. Before he could gasp and smirk his mischievous smile, a sack was shoved over his head. Quaid screamed loud and kicked, but his muffled cries and pathetic flailing stood no chance against the man. I didn't mean to say against the man. I should have either said against the masses or for the man. But anyways. He was going to betray us, he heard one of them snort. We shall take him to the master in exchange for a great reward. Oh, what great reward! 2 shillings, Quaid mocked, but the busy goblins could hardly hear him. Let's beat him first. Make sure he doesn't escape. By this time, Quaid knew to be still and quiet, lest they believe he was alive and well. Wait, is he still alive? Is he dead? Let me see. One of the goblins went to open the sack and peek inside, but another goblin smacked their hand away. He's all right. Probably knocked out is all. Let's deliver him to the master like this. He'll take care of him. Quaid played limp as the goblins carried him over their heads, passing him along hand over hand in the sack. His mind was hoping, wishing for his dear friend to come save him. But if she didn't arrive, he had a trick of his sleeve for the master. Suddenly, a scream and an outrageous uproar. Goblins dropped his sack and ran all about in pandemonium. Quaid sat there on the ground, still playing dead in the sack, but his lips curled into a smirk as he heard the hawking, flapping, and shrieking of his traveling partner. The plumed raven dove into the crowd, pecking and flaring until every last goblin was gone. Then she pecked at the sack gently. Ah, my friend, you found me. Quaid smiled fondly, sitting up as his traveling partner perched on his shoulder. And that is that. Hopefully that story was okay for you. So anyways, that is another story of a character from my medieval world of Winsome Horde. It is Quaid. He is quite the fellow. I really am disappointed that I can't find... He doesn't have an article that's written in the Winsome Horde, and I'm like, I know I wrote about him somewhere. I have a whole hero forge of him. He's one of my favorites. He's just, yeah. But yeah. Anyways, thank you for listening to that story. We are going to probably start a raid now because I don't know. I hope my internet doesn't crack out again. But let's reload this because it's not even letting me raid because of this. It's still saying it's unstable. I'm gonna raid before we fall again. So thank you guys so much for following, liking, subscribing, for joining me today. I appreciate you guys so much. God bless and much success with whatever you're working on. Sending prayers, love, and hugs your way always. And we are going to go ahead and raid over to North Heel Live, who is playing an interesting puzzle game. He also has Hot Dog Summer going on, and it looks like he's about to eat a hot dog now. So we're going to see what happens there. Thank you guys so much again. I appreciate you guys. Much love. God bless and much success. Sending prayers, love, and hugs your way always. And have a blessed one. Hopefully I will stream again tomorrow evening at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Thank you guys so much. Bye.